This is my post-fight review of Shakur Stevenson and De Los Santos. Uh, De Los Santos just not at that level with Shakur where he can basically get past a jab. I know a lot of people say, well, it was holding and different things like that, and Shakur's fought like this 20 times, man. I mean, as a knockout artist, you got to go in there and knock someone out. I never heard someone say, well, Deontay Wilder, he should have had a chance to get a knockout. When you're a real KO artist, it don't matter who you in there with, you can get a knockout. Shakur had him with the jab, man. He start uh early later on in the ninth round, you can see bruises around De Los Santos' eye and around his shoulder. His corner knew he wasn't really doing things that he normally does. They start looking at him like, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I'm good, good, good." He wasn't good. He was thinking a lot. Like I told you guys, De Los Santos is a very, very smart fighter. He has a very, very high IQ. Look at my breakdown, my pre-fight. I predicted what everything that would happen. He's a very smart fighter. He's not gonna go in the ring and try to knock somebody out. He'll try to box you first, even though he's a KO artist. He's a very smart fighter. Like I said, he can read people better than Shakur can in the ring. So I think De Los Santos is more to blame than Shakur is because Shakur walking him down. Shakur was walking him down. I want to say in the start walking him down in the seventh round. If you want to go back and look at the fight, look at the what De Los Santos was doing early on. He was talking about Shakur was running and things like that. When Shakur started pinpointing the jab and throwing it at De Los Santos' head, he kind of started to get nervous a little bit. Like, oh, I didn't know his jab would be this sharp and this hard. Yeah, and he didn't want to get dropped from the jab. Really, that was what the problem was. He didn't want to get. It wasn't that the jab was hard that it'll knock him out. It was hard enough to knock him off balance. That's why a lot of times he was leaning back or in different rounds. What's funny is what Shakur was doing early on, De Los Santos started doing later on in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Shakur was doing the jab and just a lot of mind tricks in there. Um, I mean, Shakur's not a power puncher, so he's not gonna try to go punch for punch with De Los Santos. But around the 11th round, De Los Santos really tried to go in, do different things. Tried to force Shakur's hand, pressure him. That's probably when it got a little closer as far as them both doing things. But in the exchanges, Shakur was just catching them. When De Los Santos would throw a power punch or try to throw an overhand right, Shakur was punching him right on the chin. Like I said, Shakur is very accurate, man. He hasn't missed many punches. He's making De Los Santos reset a lot, different things like that. It's just a lot of different things that he really couldn't deal with when it came to Shakur. I know a lot of people say, "Well, it's boring." Well, go back and look at the seventh round and see what De Los Santos was backing up. He was backing up. Eighth round, he was backing up. The jab that Shakur was throwing, he had his arms below his waist, just disrespecting him. I mean, if you're a power puncher and a guy who got his hands below his waist and he's sticking his face out towards you, you should knock him out or at least go for the knockout. But De Los Santos is not really going for the knockout. And I know he's saying, well, Shakur, I don't want to chase you and stuff like that. What he doesn't want to happen is he don't want to try to run into something and end up getting dropped or risking getting knocked out. It's turned to a situation where he probably just because I felt like early in the fight, probably the eighth round, De Los Santos should have just started going for the knockout. But like I was saying though, that jab that Shakur got, it looks weak, but De Los Santos was in the ring with him 30 minutes and he couldn't do nothing with a jab. Like I said in the beginning of the fight, it's different things, man. I know people are like, well, I don't like that style. There's a lot of guys who do that style. I said recently a guy did this style of fighting and everybody was talking about how he won. Now people gonna say, well, I don't like this style of fighting and it's not what I like. Well, it's what I've been saying. You know what I'm saying? Other guys give credit for it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to go for the knockout or nothing, but they're just trying to make it happen. Shakur was definitely aggressive though. From 7th round on, he was very aggressive. He didn't want these guys to try to take nothing from him, and he was letting them know what to do. But with De Los Santos, he should have had pressed his foot on the gas a lot more times than he did. But that jab, man, like I said, he started. If you look under his eye, he's starting to have a lot of swelling under his eye and stuff like that around his shoulder. Shakur was hitting him in the shoulder, in the eye, shoulder, eye, knocking him off balance. There's just a lot of things he couldn't do with him. I mean, he tried to get aggressive with him in the 12th round, but it's only so much you can do in the 12th round with Shakur Stevenson, honestly. So, I feel like De Los Santos should have tried to go for the knockout a long time ago. So at 12th round, him trying to really go for KO and things like that, that was kind of too late in the ball game for me, man. Like I told people, De Los Santos, he just went on that level. He's not on that level. Not to the point where he can do certain things. And I don't want to hear people talking about, well, yeah, it's a style of fight. Tyson Fury do the same type of fight, man. Everybody say, oh, well, he be dancing around and he has style. Same type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Most of his fights, everything in a knockout. But I was very impressed, you know what I'm saying? To have a power puncher who really didn't want to throw a power punch, that's saying a lot now. People say De Los Santos got power, he gonna knock Shakur Stevenson out. Don't look like it to me. I've been trying to tell people it's a different level, man. De Los Santos, he got a lot of ways to go before he try to do anything. If he was in there with Devin Haney, it would look the same way. He can't really do nothing with the jab. But as far as throwing the power punches on Shakur, yeah, absolutely. He was very, well, I wouldn't say he was very aggressive. He was aggressive a little bit, but in the 12th, it was just, I don't know, it wasn't what I thought it would be. Before the 12th, I didn't really even care about it, him being aggressive. I was waiting for him in the 7th and 8th. When Shakur started walking him back in the 7th round, that showed me everything I needed to know. And this is basically my post-fight review is probably gonna be worse than my pre-fight review. My pre-fight, my prediction and everything is basically how the fight went, 100%. I don't even want to say the same thing because I'll basically saying what I said in my prediction video. My videos I had did about Shakur Stevenson. This is everything I had said. De Los Santos really had trouble. He couldn't do nothing with a jab. I know he gonna accuse it of running and all the other stuff. No, he just couldn't do nothing. Like I said, he was limited. He ain't had no length. Power punch wasn't there. Just jabbing to death. But that's all I got. Like, subscribe.